Hello my dears, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adora. Today I'm going to show you how to make chin chin. Chin chin is a popular Nigerian snack. Please continue watching. For our list of ingredients, we'll be needing 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. All this will be in the description box. Please check it out, okay? I also have 2 eggs. I have half a seed of nutmeg. Nutmeg gives a very good aroma to chin chin. Here I have 1 stick of butter. If you want your chin chin to be less crunchy, you can add more butter, okay? Here I have 1 cup of milk. You can also make use of water. Here I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So you start by mixing all the dry ingredients together. So I added the sugar into the all-purpose flour. Next I grated in my nutmeg. The flavor that nutmeg gives chin chin is just so wonderful. So I also added my baking powder and salt. Next I mixed everything together. Once you are sure that all the dry ingredients has been properly mixed together, add in your butter and rub it in until it becomes like breadcrumbs. Next, break in your 2 eggs and mix everything together again. Once the eggs are well incorporated, start pouring in your liquid bit by bit, okay? So in case you don't have liquid milk, you can make use of water, okay? Or if you have powdered milk, you can mix it with 1 cup of water and make use of it in this recipe, okay? You can also make use of pig liquid milk. So after mixing everything together, you have a dough, a smooth dough. Next, cover it with a film wrap. Let it rest in the fridge for about 15 minutes or more until it becomes very pliable and easy to work with. So after about 15 minutes, and if you're ready to start cutting your chin chin, you can go ahead and add oil to a pan and start heating it up in preparation for frying the chin chin. So now our dough is out from the fridge. See how pliable it has become. Next, it's time to roll the dough and cut our chin chin. You need to flour your work surface with all-purpose flour to help the dough not to stick on the work surface, okay? After flouring it with the all-purpose flour, use your rolling pin and flatten it out. It also depends on how thin you want your chin chin to be. After flattening it to your desired size, use a pizza cutter or a knife to cut it into tiny pieces. You can cut it any shape you want, any shape at all you want. Go ahead and cut your chin chin. One thing you have to bear in mind while cutting it is Make sure that everything are the same size so that it can cook evenly and at the same time. If they are not of the same size, maybe some are big and some are small, what it means is when you are frying it, the smaller ones will cook faster than the bigger ones, and this will cause the small ones to get burnt while the big ones are still cooking. Even if you want to experiment with different shapes and different sizes, what you can do is just make sure that each batch you fry in the oil are of the same size, okay? That way they'll cook evenly. So I think the most tedious part of making chin chin is cutting the chin chin. That's where the work is, cutting the chin chin. So that was why I bought this, okay? I bought this on AliExpress website. I bought it for $4 something, okay? That was last year November when they were doing their Black Friday sale. So I came across this and I bought it. See how it is making my work very easy for me. See how fast it's helped me to cut this chin chin. So it is called a pasta maker or a noodle cutter. So I just used it to hasten everything up. It's time to fry the chin chin, so you have to make sure that the oil is at the right temperature. So what I did was to throw in some of the dough into the oil to see if it is going to float at the top. So if you throw in the dough and it sinks inside the oil, that means that the oil is not hot enough. But if it floats at the top without immediately changing the color of the dough, that means the temperature is okay for you to start frying the chin chin. You can also throw in a very small bulb of onion into the oil. This will give it a very nice aroma. That is if you like the aroma that onion gives. Stir it at interval until you achieve an overall golden brown color. One thing you have to note is if you want your chin chin to be very golden brown, please take it off the heat once it is a shade closer to what you would want it to be, because once it is out from the heat it is going to become more darker, it is going to get more golden brown. Okay, so assuming you left it to become how you would want it to be, it means that once it cools down it will get to another shade of golden brown, which will make it to look as if it is burnt. So let me give another example. Assuming they have 5 shades of golden brown and you are aiming at the 4th shade, what you need to do is to take off the chin chin while it is still at the 3rd shade of golden brown, because once it cools down it is automatically going to enter the 4th shade of golden brown. I'm trying hard to explain what I mean. Please let me know in the comment section if you actually understood what I am trying to talk about. So just go ahead and fry the other batches of the chin chin using the same mechanism. If you experience foamy oil while frying chin chin, the reason could be because you used too much flour to dust your work surface while rolling out the chin chin. Okay, I've experimented on that and that was the reason I have observed that made my oil to foam a lot. Okay, once if you add too much flour while rolling out the dough, then it is going to make your oil to foam, and that is so annoying. So this is the end product of our chin chin. See how beautiful it is. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, this video, this recipe. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a nice day. Bye.